Judy, you corresponded with me over email regarding a remarkable recovery from a wrist problem, which had other features to it, some spiritual features, etc. I think you said the pain was like at about a 7 when you decided to use unseen therapists for it.
It was a 7.
Yeah. So why don't you pick it up from there? You did the loving moment, you brought in unseen therapist, and then you had an experience that surprised you. That's what we want to get to.
Okay. I had a very surprising experience. I mean, I was hoping for good things, but I mean, this went beyond my expectations. Basically, I called in, like I'm supposed to imagine, like, light around the area, like, bright white light around the area, like, bringing healing to it. And, suddenly I just kind of felt just a surge of energy going through my body. Like my body was just pulsating. And I've done Reiki in the past and I've experienced that, but this was 100 times more powerful than that. I just had this pulsating feeling throughout my entire body, and my hand was kind of going like that a little bit. And I mean, go ahead.
Well, let me ask you this, if I could. This pulsating feeling, which was 100 times anything you'd ever experienced before, was it, you say you were shaking and this kind of thing. Was it a negative kind of thing, a positive kind of thing?
No, it was a positive kind of thing. My experience was intuitively, I felt that, my higher power, so to speak, is Jesus. But, I also, believe in like the universal life force energy and things of that nature. So I was envisioning, Jesus holding my hand and bringing light into it. And intuitively, Spirit was telling me that, a lot of your emotional pain that you've carried around in your body for so many years is being healed. And I envisioned, a vision came to me of like a towel being wrung out and all the water coming out. Well, that's what basically, Spirit was telling me was happening to me with trauma from my past. I've experienced a lot of trauma as a child and growing up, and then I also had the it was just like something it's just kind of like something comes to your mind, and also a fast forward button, I felt like Jesus was saying to me, all right, I'm hitting the fast forward button, and we're fast forwarding through all these crappy emotions. And my body was it was just it reminded me of what my body would be doing if I was grieving deeply. Like if you're crying and you're grieving, my body just kind of started like moving like that. And I felt like something inside me said, you're being healed right now and things are never going to be the same after this. And it was just a really profound experience for me.
Well,
and by the way, afterwards, my pain was between a 1 and a 2. And then as the day went on, it was a 1. And now it's still probably a 1.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Well, okay. I've talked with people in the past who have done unseen therapists in our process. Some of them, like you, end up having this kind of experience. I've had other people say to me, like you said, that their bodies starts to rock back and forth. In fact, I could actually, as I was working with them, it was happening, and I could see right there we got it on film, them they're rocking back and forth like this. They're doing this, and they said to me that they could, if they wanted to, voluntarily stop the rocking, but it's like they didn't want to because something else, unseen therapist, was taking over somehow. Their version of the washcloth with the water wringing out of it. Okay.
Yes.
So now, The interesting thing about this is you were aiming this at a symptom, a physical body thing. And apparently you got as a bonus a bunch of emotional clearing. Did I hear it right?
Yes, that's correct.
Let me ask you that. How do you know? I mean, I can understand how you would feel a cleansing going on while it was happening.
Right. Mm-hmm.
But how would you, this is my term, or have you, I should say, tested that by trying to go back through these traumatic memories and see if they're still there, see if they're still 10s or 8s or something? Have you done any of that?
Actually, I started with my list because I'm on your optimal EFT training program. So I started it recently, and I just started making my list of events. So I probably have about 10 or 15 events. So this would be a really good time for me to start.
Yeah. Okay. I tell you what, the connection isn't very good. It's been good up until this last time, but then you cut in and out, and we couldn't hear your voice. But there's a lot of stuff you said that's going to be really quite good. We don't need to keep going on with this because the connection in your voice goes underwater a little bit. So on. So.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Unless there's anything else you'd like to say, I can always, go ahead. I mean, if there's something else you'd like to say.
Yeah. Let me just think for a minute. Well, yeah, I thought of something, and then it just kind of left my mind. Yeah, what was I'm just trying. Oh, what I did want to say was, I was very aware of what was happening while it was happening. The energy and everything surging through my body and moving back and forth and such. My hands started to kind of go like that. But I was consciously aware that, if I wanted to stop it, I could, but I didn't want to. But in the back of my mind, I knew, like, something was saying, Judy, all right, I know you're enjoying this, but you do have to go to work today. So who knows how long this could have gone on for. I mean,
sure.
It was at least 15 minutes. I mean, it could have gone on, who knows? I didn't want to stop it. I was really enjoying. It was just such a blissful experience, and it could have gone on and on. Who knows how long it could have gone on for, but I was still connected consciously that I did need to get ready to go to work.
Well, I think and thank you, Judy, I think one of the things that needs to be emphasized here is that not everybody falls right into this kind of an experience. This is the kind of thing that we are aiming towards, that we get more and more of. So people that may be listening in who've never had anything like that, they have had experience, at least on our website, but other people who have. So we put these things forward as possibilities for you. Just because you don't have this magical thing happen doesn't mean you can't use the unseen therapist. The unseen therapist will work in the background, whether you're aware of it and shaking and all this or not. Okay, I just want to point that out.
That's right.
Yeah, your experience is one that's more dramatic, and of course we want to show that when that happens, but it's not required for results here.